Just ahead on Fox News, a sad night in Hollywood. A legendary film villain is dead.
A grisly murder mystery, a severed head, a tortured body, now a suspect.
And the Rocky Horror Picture Show, it's still as popular as ever. A full story coming up on Fox News.
Did your living room look anything like this tonight? Watching the fans, watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show a little later this hour. And the achy breaky, it ain't time warping back to the 70s. A look at the Rocky Horror Picture Show coming up.
Still lots more ahead tonight on Fox News. Living rooms across America, of course, we're in a time warp of sorts tonight, and there's a good reason. The Rocky Horror Picture Show coming up. Fox Network Television has earned a reputation for doing what others thought unimaginable. And tonight, another prime example, as Fox staged the broadcast premiere of a movie few thought could ever pass the censors, a celebration of sexual decadence titled The Rocky Horror Picture Show. And tonight, over in Costa Mesa and in living rooms and bedrooms from coast to coast, Rocky Horror fans gathered for a familiar ritual. They know the dialogue better than Olivier knew Hamlet. And when the songs come on, they all just sing along. But he told us where we stand on our feet. You're either into it or you're not. Tonight may be the first time Rocky Horror was broadcast, but many fans have seen the movie hundreds of times.
I remember doing the crime war.
It was never just a movie. The Rocky Horror Picture Show grossed more than $150 million by usually playing in movie houses across the country one night a week at midnight.
The subject matter and the tone and you know, the sense of humor and all of that about the piece was not going to, you know, make me into the next Harrison Ford. You know, I mean, he didn't start his career in 5-inch spike heels, you know, and mesh stockings.
Rocky Horror was a cult event spanning 2 decades, a unique theatrical experience, interactive before that became a buzzword. Fans often dressed in drag and would play out the roles of their favorite characters.
The weekend's a time to let go, and this is the way I let go.
It's my social life.
1,321 times tonight.
The Time Warp Dance, a standout favorite. The Rocky Horror faithful pelting those who couldn't carry out their parts.
The house that is now the hotel, the house that was falling to bits, you know, and there was buckets taking the rain in, and we were there in our bras and stockings, frozen till the lights came on, you know. So it was slightly uncomfortable.
Rocky Horror depicts the sexual confusion of a clean-cut middle American couple who gets swept up in a decadent world of science fiction and erotic fantasy. A bizarre portrait of human nature filmed at one of the more photographed sites in all of England.
When it's dark at night, you can really sort of get the atmosphere of what it must have been like to do the filming and the like. It was very, very